everyone, and welcome to your reading welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for the week of September the 17th through September the 23rd, and we are going to say goodbye to Virgo and hello to Libra. I just want to keep you or to inform you that my mother transitioned this past week on September the 13th, and in her sleep. So she's at peace, and I've been in solitude and meditation for the last couple of days, but I really want to give these readings in her honor. So I'm sorry, I must move on. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And without further ado, in honor of my mum, Mary Trimble, I'm sorry. I'm going to continue with these readings, and I've meditated a long time, and I know that she's with me and she's giving me strength and courage. So okay, here we go. Let's focus. So I start, those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. I'm so sorry that I'm like an emotional wreck. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. I hope that you like these readings, and I hope that you'll return. And those of you returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and consistently commenting and liking and all that good stuff. Thank you. So this week we have kind of a lot going on, and on the 18th we have Mars square to Pluto, Uranus. So yeah, excuse any mistakes, I'm a little fuzzy this week. So Mars square to Uranus. This could be, Mars is the planet of action. It can be it's known also as the planet of war, so we can be irritated sometimes. Mars can give us the we can I'm sorry, my dog. Hey Sparky. He's really helped me through this difficult situation. Come say hello to everyone. I'm sorry. Say hello. Look, there you go. Hi, he's my love. Mwah. I've been in solitude with Sparky, so I haven't been totally in solitude. Mwah. I love you, darling. Go back down. Now you've said hello to everyone. I know, I love you. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so Mars can have us kind of reacting and sometimes saying things without thinking, and quick to anger, but it also can give us the inspiration to get up and go and do things. And Uranus is the planet of sudden happenings, right? So we could have some surprises, coming up this week. When it's square, it's such a challenging aspect, but what that means is there's kind of lessons to learn. I always think that squares aren't really negative aspects. They kind of shake us up, right? And they kind of get us. Life would be boring without some kind of I don't want to say conflict, but maybe conflict, yes, without some kind of controversy or something that's going to get us up and look at things in a different way, or react differently, or learn from. So now, on the 20th, Sun is conjunct Mercury, and that is, that means it's right next to it, right? So it's illuminating. They're illuminating each other in a way. So the Sun is shining on Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of thought, of intellect, of communication. So I always think that this is a lovely time for communication. It's a good time for writing. It's a good time for publishing. It's a good time to go out connect with people, and also to contemplate and get really amazing ideas. And then on the 21st, Mercury moves into Libra. Libra, of course, is the scales, it's balance, it's seeing things from every perspective. And I feel that Mercury is, as I said before, the planet of communications. Maybe it can kind of, Mercury can have us thinking in a 180 degree. We can think of all kinds of possibilities. And then on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. Happy birthday, Libra. And so the 23rd, Mercury trines Mars. Now, where it was, it's a really, Mercury can give us these brilliant ideas, and it's in a really beautiful relationship with Mars. So then Mars can actually, have us carrying out those ideas, get us in action to work on those ideas. So look, I'm making it very short and sweet. I just kind of did that on the spur of the moment. I didn't take any notes, so except just to what the aspects were. And so without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings. Really, they're supposed to be from the 17th to the 23rd. I'm really sorry these last 9 readings are late. I may not get to all 9. I'm doing the best that I can. That's all I can say. I had some technical issues uploading to, it was on a loop. I couldn't upload the videos to YouTube. I had to go through all these other this other process to do it. So hopefully we'll get that all sorted, and I'm going to do these readings for as long as I can. And I just want you to know, just because I am in mourning and I'm mourning my mother's passing. Just because I'm mourning my mother's passing does not mean that I am 100% here. I want to be here. I am here. And I am completely connected to my spirit guides. So I want you to know that before I start. So thank you for liking these videos, sharing them, commenting and subscribing. And remember that they are general readings. So without further ado, let's go to them. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for, it's really supposed to be for the 17th through the 23rd, but obviously this is late, so it's from whenever you get this. So this is in honor of my mum, who passed away on the 13th of September. So without further ado, your first card out is the King of Wands. Fire, darling, that's you. Fire and passion. The King of Wands is an incredible leader, and he's, gregarious. He runs out there. He's very social. He's very, he loves a party, darling. He loves a party. And he can be easily distracted. So when the King of Wands comes into a reading, I always think, well, I love to say I always. That's what I've noticed on all these readings. Don't always take when I say always. It's obviously, something that I always say, that I always see. When he comes into a reading, I'm sorry, it's very, very humid here. It's pouring with rain, and it's very humid, so I may be schwitzing a little. Now, when he comes into a reading, it really is saying, put your spirituality first. It's like be led by spirit. Don't be distracted with negative thought processes or by someone who's trying to lead you down the wrong road. This is definitely about doing the right thing for the right reason. He's an incredible leader when he is guided spiritually. So this is saying be guided spiritually. And look, I've got the 6 of Cups clarifying this. The Six of Cups is, I feel that you're probably distracted from, things in your childhood memories, thinking that, the grass was greener when you were younger back in the day, right? You think, it's almost like when the Six of Cups comes in, it's about looking at the past with rose-colored glasses. And, if we really could transport ourselves back to that time and that place, it wouldn't be how we remember it. It's like when when you break off with a boyfriend or, a relationship, a girlfriend, whatever it is, when you break up a relationship, initially, at first, you're breaking up, you're great, and then you start to reminisce and you start to say, well, this was really good about them. You start to remember all the things, particularly perhaps if they broke up with you too. It's, you tend to focus on what worked instead of what didn't work. Because what didn't work is what took you to the place of breaking up in the first instance. And so we really have to look at things clearly, and we have to be guided by spirit, right? So we need to ask for help in this situation. And so look, you've got the Two of Wands, right? Beautiful card, all as well. It's the fire. It's from the fire sign. The Two of Wands is a decision that you have to make. It's kind of a fork in the road, right? And it's like, okay, which way am I going to go? I don't think there are any wrong roads to go down. Of course, there are roads that are less beneficial than others. But each road has its own lessons and its own purpose. So I feel that you have a decision and you're not making this decision. And in not making the decision, you're kind of confusing matters all the way around for yourself and for others. So, look, clarifying it is the Six of Pentacles. So if you have a decision where you can help people and that's a road that you can go down, that's the road that you ought to go down. Because that means that the Six of Pentacles is about being of service, you see? He's giving to the lesser. He's much richer than everyone else, and he is giving to the less fortunate. So this is what it's saying. Look, be in service. The road will open up for you. If there's a road where you're supposed to, a decision you're not meant to, you don't know what to make, you're confused. Take the road that's going to be for the highest good of everyone, where you can be of service. Because that's where you're going to find happiness. Now, the next card for you, Sagittarius, is the Six of Wands. Look, it's all fire and all passion. And it's all manifesting too, because each, you've got the, look, the Six of Pentacles is manifesting. You've got a very balanced reading here because you've got all four elements actually. So the Six of Wands is about celebration. It's about you being celebrated, actually. It's about you accomplishing something and being recognized for that accomplishment. So it is a time for you to really, perhaps it's helping people that that you are getting these accolades for. But it's definitely about focusing on helping others as opposed to helping yourself. And sometimes I know that's hard. Sometimes we need the help, but in helping others, we get that help, right? So this is about you being celebrated for something that you've completed. So if you're thinking of completing something, complete it. Because there'll be such rich rewards with it. Now, the next card up for you, or actually clarifying the Six of Wands, is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, right, is about conflict. It's about being in a battle with someone, and it's about winning for the sake of winning, even if you're not right. You are winning this for the sake of winning, and it's almost like a winning with it's that thing where I'm going to win, and it's almost humiliating the other person. This is a time to be humble. This is a time to, what's the word I want to say? It's a time sometimes to humbly, it's knowing when to get out of a fight. It's knowing your limitations. It's knowing when to back down, and it's knowing when it's the best for everyone to retreat from this argument or this fight that's perhaps been going on for a long time. It is time for you to retreat humbly. Sometimes, look, it's really important to be able to recognize when you can't win a battle, and there's strength in that. Of course, people think it's weakness, and they're embarrassed, and they think that they look bad, but actually, in staying in it, it's embarrassing because you don't look good in just staying in it. So I feel that if you are in a conflict with someone, it's important to back down. It's important to say that you were wrong. It's important to admit it. And you will be revered for it. You will be recognized for that, and you will be celebrated for that. It's like coming into your own. It's like maturing. It's like not being in a fight just to win. It's about having the strength, having the courage, having the wherewithal to admit that you've stayed. It's like a dog with a bone, right? You know that somebody's going to take this bone, but you're hanging on to it for dear life, even if it'll hurt you, because it's just being almost like being stubborn and not letting go. Be the adult. Back off from this fight. It doesn't mean that you don't win the war someday, but right now it's important for you to back off and to admit, to see your limitations. Sagittarius, thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.